and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Hello, Lucy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Do I have glitter on my shirt?
Glitter?
Look at me. Look at my shirt and tell me. I was crawling around the floor looking for documents today.
What documents?
Official document. I'm not going to get into it on a national podcast.
Secret documents?
On an international podcast. We have fans all over the country, the world, Europe, Asia. Is Asia Minor a thing?
Yeah, I think it's...
What is Asia Minor? Asia Minor.
Anatolia.
Well,
It's a very specific place, I guess.
think we do have fans in Anatolia. So I'm not, we have a wide berth. I'm not going to tell everyone which documents I'm looking for, which may have been misplaced. Leaves me open to attack. Okay, so don't put me in that position. Welcome to the show. It's exciting time, exciting day. We want to give a shout out before we go on to those of you who have Netflix and those of you who don't. Subscribe, get onto Netflix. Good friend of the show, good friend of me, good friend of you, Lucy. Dear friend, Tim Dillon.
Stop saying friend. I'm just kidding.
He's not my friend?
No, you're just saying
I'm just a piece of trash.
I'm just saying the word. You're saying the word friend a lot.
Well, what do you want me to say? A man I know, a man I met years ago who's now in the news. Tim Dillon. Go watch his special on Netflix, A Real Hero. It's a great comedy, special stand-up comedy.
Really funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. There's some nice music at the back in front of it.
That was great music.
Who did that music?
I was wondering, who's that artist?
Who made the music?
Who's that mysterious artist?
You know. Stop acting like you don't know. It was me. You're always undermining me. I did the music.
Yeah, it set a great tone for the special.
I agree, and I think Tim carried most of the special, but the music there didn't hurt. So, I get credit at the end. The credits come after most people. Like that credit of me, you have to stick around and do that thing where you exit out of the next program. If you want to watch the full credits, which they don't make it easy to watch the full credits on Netflix. They don't care about minor creators. They only care about the big hot dogs, not the little hot dogs. So go check that out.
It was, definitely.
How
do you feel about it? Do you think...
What?
Where do you think it goes from here? Your music career? I'm
basically DJ Khaled now. I'm basically I'll probably end up doing some government work, some pro or anti-COVID events.
Right.
I'm like DJ Mousehead. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Danger Mouse.
DJ Danger Mouse.
Right, that's the guy with the mouse head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm DJ Mousehead. And I'm gonna do rallies where we just kind of go, get your vaccine, wow, 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 wow. But then I pop into a club and I beat and I'm like, no vaccines allowed, blah, 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 don't wear a mask. I'm just gonna cover both sides because it's all about music now. Musicians aren't to be accountable. Musicians aren't comedians, right? Musicians can just be like, it's all about that moolah and the booty. And the sex and the candy.
I'm personally a little bit disgusted.
With me?
That I'm a little bit disgusted that the Chemical Brothers haven't reached out yet.
Well, the special just dropped this morning. They're over in England, so they're probably on a delay. And also the song's not that good compared to them.
They're classless.
To be fair, to break the fourth wall, I'm not as good as the Chemical Brothers. They're not going to recruit me. Let's take it one step at a time. But anyway, moving on from that. So, enjoy that special. Also, if you want to check things out, you can check out, I've started finally a Twitch stream. You go to Twitch. It's at Ray Kump. Do we have a clip we can play of... I streamed a game called Stray. Can we play a little bit of this, Lucy?
Oh, sure.
This game called Stray, where you play as a cat in a post-apocalyptic
Man, you're dipping your toes in everything.
I'm getting the multimedia thing going, right? I want to be a mogul who just, I might do, some kind of OnlyFans thing where I'm just, sitting there and you're watching me in my apartment, and I'm like, I'm very paranoid because I know I'm being watched. You looking for the stream?
Looking for it.
Just type in, just go scroll down. I don't tweet that much. Anyway, I'm gonna, but the Twitch thing, it doesn't sound that great. We found it. just scroll down, because it doesn't. We're not gonna play the whole thing because it sounds like I am in some kind of Iranian hostage situation. What's the matter? You want me to send you the link?
Yeah.
All right. We don't have to play it. This is taking too long. I'll just sing you the song I wanted to sing. You go to Twitch, go to @RayCump, and I'll play you the song I sang impromptu. Cat Simulator. Cat, see you later. That's a little tease. So stop looking it up.
Okay.
Stop looking it up.
But it was a cute game with a bunch of stray cats running
We spent
around.
too long on it.
Okay.
No one cares. Let's get into the meat. What's happened this week? Play the roulette game. Pick a topic off the top of your head that we talked about.
Wait, what?
Fauci. And Anthony Fauci did something. What?
Yeah, he did do something. He was.
He's back in the news. Who is Anthony Fauci again? Explain for the
Fauci,
new folks. For the folks new to America.
Invented COVID, famously.
Well, he discovered COVID.
Yeah.
In Wuhan, China, right?
Yes.
He claims he wasn't. Who knows?
He was like the fake sexual mascot for the COVID pandemic.
Right. People were. It was a year, about 18 months ago. People were just kind of like, they were Fauci sexuals. They were calling themselves.
Yeah.
They were.
Oh no, they're Cuomo-sexuals.
Well, there was Cuomo-sexuals, and there was Fauci. What, like Fauci gapes?
Fauci gapers.
Fauchers.
Yeah.
And he was a guy. He claims that he is the inventor of science. He claims that he is the inventor of disease studies. What did he do with AIDS? He cured AIDS. He spent 25, 30 years on AIDS.
Yeah.
And he didn't cure it, though, right?
No.
Interesting. So what's going on with him?
So he's, you pointed me to this video of him describing something that he calls the Fauci effect.
Interesting. Let's play some of this clip.
It's called the Fauci effect, which is sort of like, trust me, I don't get excited about that. I mean, it's nice, but I mean, people go to medical school now. People are interested in science, not because of me, because most people don't know me, who I am. My friends know me, my wife knows me, but people don't know me. It's what I symbolize. And what I symbolize
So he's like, look, it's not really about me. It's more me as a Christ figure.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's like me as the messianic Christ on the cross being crucified. But it's not about me. It's about what my sacrifice represents. It's about what my, my aura.
It's about how I inspire the people.
Right. It's about, yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
This guy's such a scumbag. I can't stop thinking about him just like in the Wuhan lab,
right?
And like just not even like it's a nefarious thing, just clumsily like stumbling into a vat of the COVID-19 virus.
Here's a question I have for you, Lucie. Which of these things is more likely? That Fauci was working on maybe gain of function research, maybe trying to stop the disease, whatever.
Yeah.
And he clumsily, like with his forearm, knocked it like something into something else, or alternatively, that he was carrying a bunch of COVID and like full frontal like launched himself into a trip. Because he saw some woman in the lab who didn't even have big tits.
Right.
Just some woman who he wanted to court sexually. And he's like, oh, golly. And he just like launched himself like Jerry Lewis.
Yeah.
And that's why COVID is a pandemic.
Yeah.
Which of those makes more sense to you?
Yeah. I could definitely see the second one.
It's both. Is the answer. Both happened.
It both happened somehow at the same time.
The first one happened and it was a close call.
Right. Yeah. It didn't get out of the lab that time.
Yeah. And then he did the other one. And then the third thing happened is that he just fucking put it in the mail and mailed it to Madison Square Garden. Imagine he just mailed it to Madison Square. he was trying to send a fan letter to fucking Carmelo Anthony, even though he's not in the Knicks anymore. He said to Carmelo Anthony, care of Madison Square Garden, but he accidentally sent COVID.
He's God, I hate him.
What don't you like about him?
I just don't like how he was so like I just don't like how willing he was to just always weigh in on stuff.
Right.
Like I feel like part of the mark of a serious scientist is like, look, I'm not just gonna like run my mouth about politics. Like I have a job, and like I remember just tuning in. I just remember seeing clips of him on the news, just like casually talking about like the nature of fascism. Like it's like it's like fascism versus democracy. It's like why don't you just stay in the lab and be a weirdo?
What's your uncle's? Like, his uncle's probably just some rat who Mussolini like put in jail.
Yeah.
what do you think he'll do get like a TV show at some point?
Oh yeah.
Like Fauci's Court.
Yeah.
Where he's just hearing like, cases about like, people stealing each other's fentanyl from a trailer park.
Yeah.
And he goes, you got Fauched. Is there more of this clip? Let's see.
Of the normalization of untruths and lies and all the things you're seeing going on in society from January 6th to everything else that goes on, people, the craving for consistency, for integrity, for truth, and for people caring about people.
People are craving the consistency of my balls. That's what he's saying. He thinks he's a real Don Juan, doesn't he? Do you think he's due for a scandal?
Oh God, I hope so.
Now, to be clear, I don't. This is not an indication.
I hope someone falsely accuses him.
Yeah, I mean, he's done his job. Well, I wouldn't say well.
No,
he's look. The best you could say is he overshot his wad. He didn't sell the vaccines in a good way. He didn't sell himself in a good way. Do you think he made a mistake going on the Try Guys in hindsight?
Look, that actually might be the one savvy thing he ever did was going on the Try Guys. But
I think if he was going to go on the Try Guys, he should have done like the We Eat Everything at Olive Garden type video with them, and they should have made him. And he goes, "This is the rigatoni mashed potato mozzarella sticks. Eat one," and he's like throwing up in a bucket.
Yeah,
he's spitting it out into a bucket.
Yeah, and they make him dress up like Mario.
Yeah, so. Eat this, piggy. And he go, all right, now tell us another fact about your vax. Tell us about your vaccine.
They make him wear a Mario costume with the ass cut out.
Is that like a fetish thing?
Yeah, maybe. They just do it. This is just because it's humiliating.
Oh, they cut the ass out.
Yeah.
All right, I kind of thought you were saying they bought one that already had it cut out. I'm like, well, who would sell that? But yeah, and you can cut the ass out of anything. That's true. True. Very true. Okay. All right. Well,
I hate how he's just like, I hate how he's grabbing his foot.
Yeah.
I hate how he's crossing his leg. He's so happy.
To be a Fauci.
To be on camera. He's definitely going to have like a Dr. Oz type show.
Oh,
I'd be shocked if that doesn't happen.
Bring up the Dr. Oz video that he did. Dr. Oz, what is he, in Pennsylvania somewhere? He's in like Coal Scuttle, Pennsylvania or somewhere. Like, what is he running for?
Yeah, what is
He's running for comptroller of the mine? Like, he's in some kind of weird, fucking, Scranton type place? Like, was he running for governor? Or is he running for Senate? I feel like he's running to be like the guy, like the foreman of the mine, some coal mine. Dr. Oz really should be the guy who goes to like I'm blanking here. Cole, Appalachia.
Yeah.
He should go like to fucking, what's that town? The documentary. Harlan County. He should be going to Harlan County, representing the coal mine company. And go, well, look, we're not going to blow the top of this mountain off. We're going to bring jobs to Alla.
To Appalachia.
We're going to bring jobs to Appalachia. We're going to bring prosperity. We're going to bring a river of gold in the place of coal. We're going to bring Jesus back to these mines and these mountains and these hollers. We're going to take the coal scuttle and we're going to replace it with streams of Rice Krispie treats. And it's all, it's the whole shit, right? Because that's not what happens. But that's the vibe he gets. He has the vibe of a guy who could scam people who've already been like poisoned by you know what a coal scuttle is? I believe the scuttle is what like the runoff when you have a coal mine. You have to like kind of pour water to like filter out like the coal from something else, and the scuttle's like the runoff.
Huh? Yeah,
and so and it ends up poisoning the water supply. And Dr. Oz is such an obvious, schemer that, those people go, oh, look, he's got all his teeth. And I'm not blaming them. They're being poisoned for not having teeth, right? These people in the mountains and the hollers and the what else? The valleys?
In the valleys and the hollers. Yeah, I mean, it's a holler, basically, right?
Well, it's different hollers, yeah. Anyway, go. He's running for. Did you find this video?
So Fauci, is this the one where Dr. Oz says Fauci should be fired, or
no? There's a video where he's in a supermarket.
Fauci and Dr. Oz had a run-in a supermarket.
No, there's no Fauci.
Oh, okay.
We're moving on from Fauci.
Oh, okay.
Nothing about Fauci. I know you hate Fauci, but your vendetta against Fauci is only going to be in parcels. All right, we can't just do everything Fauci.
Okay.
There you go.
Dr. Oz mocked over Wegner's groceries.
Yes, play this clip. What is this, RottenTomatoes.com? There should be better videos on the internet. Anyway. But Dr. Oz, I mean, apparently he used to work with Oprah, right? She recruited him. This guy is out of control.
You hate Dr. Oz.
I don't even know. I hated him ever since he brought acai berries into the mix. Acai berries aren't a real thing. They're a fake. They're basically blueberries. They don't cure cancer, I believe. I mean, I'm going to be sued by the acai berry consortium. But have you found anything? Nothing is coming up?
No, it is.
Okay.
Have you ever had an acai berry?
Yes.
They're good.
Whatever. Don't. You go vote for the coal scuttle, the champion of coal scuttle.
About to do some grocery shopping. I'm at Wegner's, and my wife wants some vegetables for crudité, right? So here's a broccoli. That's $2. Not a ton of broccoli there. There's some asparagus. That's $4.
First of all, what kind of cuck are you? You're running as a Republican. You gotta. No Republican can relate to A, your crudité, all right, and B, that you're doing what your wife tells you to do. What happened in the Republican Party that they're listening just because, he's friends with Trump or something, and they're just gonna be like, oh, he listens to his wife, cool. But Trump likes him. No one wants that. Look, there's a reason we have two parties, right? And people are screwing it up. It's not about what you believe or you don't believe. Some people just want to be alpha, and some people want to be like, ooh.
Sure.
And I'm not trying to be a dick here. I mean, look, some people blur the line, but I'm just saying, the Republican guys, it used to just be, they had the same, for 30 years we had the same policies, right? Epstein was friends with all of them. They're all voting for the wars, and if you listen to your wife, You vote Democrat. And if you tell them to get their own goddamn crudité, you vote Republican. That was how it worked. That's what Trump ruined, right? You might like him, but he upset the balance. And now you vote. Now you're voting for a guy who's buying crudité for his wife. You like that? You enjoy that? Does that make you feel like a man? All right. Now he's buying broccoli. Let's see what else he's buying.
Yep. Carrots.
Wait, he's got asparagus?
First of all, asparagus does not go in a crudité.
This guy doesn't even know what crudité is.
Asparagus does not go in a crudité.
Asparagus? What are you dipping asparagus into dressing? That's like
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna smell your piss from a mile away.
Yeah.
No, honestly though.
Honestly, you didn't never serve asparagus to your guests.
Really?
I'm barely okay with that.
Is that true? Because honestly, I was on an asparagus kick recently, and I'll still eat some more. But it does make your urine smell. It's very sharp.
Look, maybe you serve it to your guests. I mean, I'm not the.
I mean, it depends depends on your house. If you have one of those bathrooms that's right in the living room, which is it's hard.
Yeah.
Then you don't buy it because people are gonna smell your piss and think you're dirty. They're not gonna realize the asparagus. They're not gonna make the connection. They're gonna think that you just you didn't wipe your ass properly. Now your piss is running through your shit.
Yeah, but why are you why are these people serving their guests raw asparagus?
Because this is a rich man. This is a wealthy man who's pretending that he would ever shop at Wegner's. That's the other thing.
Right.
This guy eats virgin meat. He's eating fucking beluga caviar and the womb of a teenage mother. That's what his crudité. He's not shopping at Wegmans.
Yeah.
This lunatic. Oh, here's some Brussels sprouts for my crudité. Not Brussels sprout. What am I thinking of? Just sprouts, right?
Yeah.
Those loose sprouts that you buy.
Oh, yeah, just white sprouts.
He's just just dip these into ranch dressing. We're Americans, aren't we?
Disgusting.
Animal.
There's $10 of vegetables there, and then we need some guacamole.
You need pre-made guacamole?
I know. What kind of slob is buying pre-made guacamole for a nice crudité?
This is repulsive.
He's buying whole carrots too. He's not buying the baby carrots that you just put in.
One whole pre-made guacamole is always more expensive, first of all, and second of all, it sucks. It's terrible.
It tastes sour. Yeah. It's you always
it's too smooth. There's no chunk.
There's no chunk. There's no garlic in it. It's got no flavor. No, I mean, and also this guy's never eaten guacamole. This guy eats I don't know, some kind of almond paste that was that came out of the intestines of a 4-year-old prince, and in Kuala Lumpur or some shit. Which is not a way. I'm not saying he's wearing front. These are exotic treats he finds on the dark web. Go on.
$4 more. And she loves salsa. Yeah, salsa there.
And also, you buy them generic weird. I mean, look, I don't want to get on the bad side of Wegner's and saying their salsa's not. I mean, maybe that's great salsa. I mean, I typically just buy the salsas in the jar.
Yeah, no.
Also, salsa's not really crudité. Who's dipping fucking asparagus into salsa? What is he doing? I mean, all you need is a little ranch dressing for crudité, right?
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
That's all you don't use guacamole.
Yeah.
Who's dipping other vegetables into guacamole? You dip chips into guacamole.
Yeah.
This guy's out of control. Here, let's go for his big punchline.
Salsa. Guys, that's $20 for crudité, and this doesn't include the tequila. I mean, that's outrageous. We got Joe Biden to thank for this.
That's just big. We got Joe Biden to thank for this. Now, he's just burying the line. That's not even counting as tequila. So he's just having it's weird on so many levels. Now, no one's if you're gonna serve drinks, crudité, it's weird, right? Have some chips and salsa, right? But whatever. But you're not drinks, just tequila.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not buying. Is he making margaritas, or is he just serving straight up tequila and no other liquor? Not even beer. not wine. Like, you're having a nice party for friends, and like, we're gonna make some crudité, which like is like poor people classy, right? Mm-hmm. Like, crudité is not nice,
right? Yeah,
it's like classy for like your grandma.
A fine meat and cheese board would be more like what.
Goddamn, what do they call that? What's that?
Charcuterie.
A charcuterie board. Oh yeah, fine meats and cheeses, some buffalo mozzarella. We had some nice buffalo mozzarella this weekend, didn't we?
Yeah, that was good mozzarella.
That was good from the Hamptons, the Hampton Islands. Wait, no, it's from the Hamptons.
The Hampton Islands.
But whatever. They had some nice fresh buffalo mozzarella. But not at Dr. Roz's house. He's going to make you eat wilted asparagus dipped into a pint of fucking shitty guacamole and drinking warm tequila, probably. This guy's a monster. What's wrong with him? Thanks, Joe. He just lecturing me about, Joe Biden made this tequila a little more expensive. Like, are you a billionaire or something? Didn't you make $200 million of acai scams?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, what is he?
I could have cured this. I could have cured my wife's cancer with this crudité, but now I can't, and I have Joe Biden to thank for it.
Is he dead? Is she dead?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just referencing the fact that he says foods cure cancer.
Yeah. Hey, look, this is great. This could cure cancer. This could cure, if you run over a kid with your car. This could help him. Please look up his kid. Like, what is he? Just write, what is Dr. Oz running for?
Senate in Pennsylvania.
Wow. So he's gonna be the coal senator, huh? Mm-hmm. The black lung senator. Well, good luck. I guess are those coming soon? I think Liz Cheney's up for her primary.
Right, yeah, I saw something about that.
Republicans have turned on her. Oh, she turned on them, I guess. Trump. Who knows? But now the Republicans are agreeing. They're like, oh, Democrats call her father a war criminal, and they're saying she's good. Which is like, fair point. Her father was kind of a war criminal.
Yeah. Look, I guess you could argue.
Does she also have a robot heart?
I am. Does she also?
Does that like follow in the bloodline, or did he get it after he made her?
Yeah, I could see both sides of that. Like, on the one hand, I totally respect like the position of like, don't trust any of these people.
Right.
But I guess she's not technically responsible for her father's decision.
Can we get Lex is it Friedman or Friedman? Probably Friedman, right?
Yeah.
Can we get Lex Friedman on the show?
Friedman?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's spelled Friedman, but maybe not. But can we get this Lex Friedman guy in the show? Seems like a very nice guy. He's a robotics guy, I think. He can tell. Maybe he can help us understand if she has a robot heart or not. He would know a robot if he saw it. Even if it was just part of a person.
Yeah, no, he probably could. Yeah.
He's like an MIT guy.
Right.
And he could like unlock this for us, right?
He could read her body language.
Yeah, like he's gonna be like he's like a body language expert but for robots. We should get him to for that. And we should really hold him to that. Only talk about robots. He likes to talk about podcasts, and we don't want to do that. We want to talk about people who may or may not be robots. Because I think that's no one's really talking about that. We have enough robotic technology, enough robot dogs out there, enough robot gorillas, enough robot werewolves.
Literal robot monsters.
Yeah, Boston Dynamics and Syracuse Dynamics and Poughkeepsie Dynamics. All these dynamics, right? But no one's look, you would think because think about it for a second, 100 years from now. If I said, let's say we're 100 years in the future, and now we have to guess who may or may not be a robot, right? Like if it's a sci-fi movie, you'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, right? Like robots blend in, like Terminators in the future. But when does that start? I say it's already started. I think we should be on the forefront of calling people out, not as like, we're not going after trans people or illegal aliens or undocumented people or homeless people, right? Who may or may not be homeless. That guy's secret homeless. That's not our bag, right? Our bag is who may or may not be a robot. The Kump show is now at the foreground of slandering people as robots, or at least cyborgs.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
That should be our gimmick going forward.
I like that.
Thank you. So, we have to make a logo. We'll call it Robot Watch. Kump's Robot Watch. And we're going to be the watchdog podcast of who may or may not be some kind of cyborg enhanced demon or angel. Some robots are good. Some robots can help. There's a good Terminator and a bad Terminator.
Right.
The gooey ones, here's a trick. The ones that are gooey, they slide through prison bars, those are bad ones. The shape-shifting robots. But the ones who just have like gears and like, sprockets inside, they typically are better robots, they're nicer robots. They'll defend children.
Liz Cheney, good robot or bad robot?
She's kind of like, she seems a neutral robot. She seems like, she seems to be sticking to her guns. And she seems to be have a person of principle, but also apparently a betrayer of party. I don't know. It depends how you look at it. It depends on. What's more important to you, integrity or party?
I guess integrity.
No.
No.
Not anymore. Not anymore. I mean, she's trying to play the integrity game now?
Yeah.
What is that? Because I don't believe anyone actually has integrity. Here's the thing. Like, she learned from her dad. Like, it may be a good thing. Like, did Trump do, did Trump blow up Cyberdyne systems? Did Trump, create the Terminator? Maybe. On January 6th? With the January 6th Trump Skynet that didn't work? Perhaps. But I don't think Liz Cheney saw an angle. Right? These people see angles.
Yeah, for sure.
That doesn't mean that what she's doing is wrong, right?
Right.
It doesn't mean that, but let's not pretend that she's Christ on the cross.
No, if anything, she probably just recognizes that it's look, a lot of Democrats are basically Republicans.
Yeah.
And, a family like the Cheney family probably doesn't they probably find Marjorie Taylor Greene types distasteful.
Oh, yeah.
So it's might as well just basically become a Democrat.
If she's a lesbian, so it's probably it's going to be hard for me to be a full on,
Sure.
whatever this is.
Yeah.
But my point is, what's our point? But I don't know if she's is she good, is she bad? That's why it's hard to do these days. It's hard to talk about politics. I don't want to be we're Republicans, we're Democrats. Give us health care, give us God. I don't want to play that game. I found a better game. She's a robot. Okay? She's a goddamn cyborg, and the world's gotta know. All right, we have to do something. Maybe we can shine some kind of infrared light at her, and then and you'll see her the red eyes pop out. This is better than the reptilian thing, because the reptilian thing is it sounds anti-Semitic. Perhaps it is, the whole David Icke thing.
It's got that stink on it,
right? There's nothing anti-Semitic about robots. She's just a robot.
Yeah,
her dad has a robot heart. And and guys I've seen guys on Rogan, all these science guys who talk about epigenetics, right? That even if you because you would think oh, my genes, I have if you have a gene for alcoholism, right? That just comes from your genes, and your kids have it, but you could become an alcoholic, and then that transmits into your genes after your genes, maybe your genes aren't permanent. That what you do in life affects what your genes will be. That's my understanding of epigenetics, right? The same thing might be true of robots. That you get a robot piece inside you, and then you come, you get robot cum, and then you make a robot baby.
You should found the field of epigenetic robotics.
Right.
And, and then you'll be the leading expert in it automatically.
If anyone out there knows Lex Fridman, please reach out, because I think he would be a a great guest to have to discuss this. I think he'd find it fascinating. I don't think I know more about robotics than Lex Fridman, but I mean, like, I do feel like he would, like, you know, but he'd find this novel and interesting, and like, I don't think it's something he's thought of yet, even though he knows more in general. But this is my thing, and he's gonna love it. Can you get him?
Yeah.
Can you get him on the phone now? Do we have that capability?
But not yet.
Okay.
But
Well, that's fine. We'll do it next week, maybe. All right, so moving on. Right?
moving on.
We didn't miss anything here.
I don't think so.
This is a cliffhanger, okay? We're gonna have to like this is an ongoing investigation. We have another new segment on the show. Do you remember what we called it? Oh, I remember.
Oh.
It's called Kump Moves.
Kump Moves.
We should do a song. You know that song Night Moves by Bob Seger? Waiting on some Kump Moves. We should. If I make a cover song, they won't like copyright thing, right? We'll have to make it just different enough. Waiting on some Kump Moves.
Kump Moves.
Woo!
Yeah.
This segment is about topics we find in the news. I think we've done this before, but we haven't, really marshaled the energy of this, like, of having its own segment. Because we've often seen things in the news and said, like, wait, that's something I would do. Mm-hmm. And just bear with it. Like, I think, when we do this first one, I think you'll get the hang of it. So why don't you tell me for the inaugural Cut Move segment, what's this story?
So this man is being hailed as this is a man in Lebanon.
Lebanon, great country. I like Lebanon. I mean, I've never been there, but I like the idea of Lebanon.
Yeah, sure. And he's being hailed as a hero because he held up a bank demanding his own money. Right? I guess Lebanese banks, there's some.
They don't give you money. It's like,
yeah.
You put your money in there and they're like, we got you, motherfucker. We got you. Okay, so he held up a bank.
I'll just start reading this.
Yeah.
A man who held multiple people hostage inside a Beirut bank in an attempt to get access to his own savings was hailed as a hero in Lebanon, which is suffering from its worst economic crisis in modern history. Okay, so I guess the banks are holding on to people's money now because they're in an economic crisis.
That's dirty pool, if I say so myself. I wonder what I would do in this situation. Go on.
Yeah. Well, you might get an insight into that here. Bassam al-Sheikh Hussein, a 42-year-old food delivery driver, held up to 10 people hostage during a 7-hour standoff last Thursday, according to the Associated Press. He entered the federal bank with a shotgun and a canister of gasoline, fired 3 warning shots, locked himself in with several bank employees and customers, and
now, hold on. It doesn't. I mean, I don't know if this sounds like me. I'm not sure why you said this is a Kump move.
Wait for it.
Okay.
Locked himself in with several bank employees and customers, and threatened to set himself on fire unless
I would do that.
Unless he was allowed to withdraw his savings. Hold on, wait for it. Which he said he needed to pay his father's medical bills.
Look, my father needs an appendectomy. I'm gonna light myself. I'm gonna fucking set myself ablaze. It's gonna be a massacre on me. I'm gonna be nothing but ash. My father has corns on his feet. It's hard to walk.
Look, I don't know what the odds are on us getting Lex Frickman.
Fridman.
Fridman, sorry.
Fridman, not Frickman. Fridman. Lex Fridman.
But we should. I will climb some mountains to try and get this guy.
Well, I mean,
I want to talk to this guy.
Is he free? Is he not in jail?
We don't know. Maybe he let himself on fire. We haven't finished the story.
Fair enough. I mean, look, at best case, he's in a Lebanese jail, but I would love to get him. Maybe we get a jailhouse thing going.
Yeah.
I don't know, like Oz. Like apparently in Oz, we've been watching HBO's Oz, which I watched as it aired. Did we mention this on the show yet? I think we might have mentioned it on the show. It's not a good show. Let's just be honest.
It's really very terrible.
And the amount of people in Oz, which takes place in a prison, right? In a maximum security prison in upstate New York, I guess. The amount of people who sneak guns into this prison just seems unreasonable.
Yeah.
from a narrative point of view.
And the casual way in which the staff just kind of goes like, "Oh man, someone died. Oh, he was kind of shot with a gun."
I mean, at one point the warden goes, like they have his argument about something. Goes, all right, well that's out of the way. Now I'm gonna figure out how the hell a gun got into my prison. Now that's after like the 4th gun death in this prison. He finally says something about like, you know what I mean? Like at that point, like he barely even like figures it out, right?
Yeah.
I mean. I think it turns out not in that particular case, the guy was drinking out of like a 5th of vodka or something under his desk.
Right.
The guy at the reception.
Yeah.
He just let the guy think he was drunk.
Right.
Whatever. But the point is, so in that scenario, I feel like we could get in there.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about an actual Lebanese prison.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It might be tough.
Anyway, exciting. You have something else to go? Or?
Did you want to hear about the conclusion?
Oh, there is a conclusion. Sure.
I think so. Like many people from Lebanon, Hussein has been unable to access his life savings because of the strict limits the government put on withdrawals of foreign currency assets, effectively freezing them when the economic crisis started in 2019. He had wow, this guy's a good saver. He had some $200,000 trapped in the bank.
Like U.S. dollars?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Wow. He probably should have invested that somewhere. He probably should have bought some real estate in like Manhattan or something. Or like, Long Island.
It doesn't say whether he's in
I'm
prison now.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
I don't think Lebanon's just like, all right, fair play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set myself on fire. Don't do that. Well, just all right, you can just go. Here's your money. I'm sorry. Fair enough. Anyway, we'll move on. What else is going on? What have you heard about this new Game of Thrones show?
Oh, we've seen trailers for it. It's out?
It's coming out.
Okay.
Now, are you excited? You like Game of Thrones, right? You famously like the ending. No.
Look, I you got me into the show before the last season came out, and we watched the last season together in mutual bar.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was horrific. But now this is going to be about the old guys, right? Matt Smith from the Crown, who played who would he play? Prince Edward. Who was the old guy? Prince Philip.
Yeah.
He's Doctor Who, the weird looking guy.
Yeah.
He's playing one of the dragon men, the men who fly dragons. And right.
Well, this show is about like the reign of the Mad King. Is that it?
I don't think so. I think it takes like 200 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what do you want to see? If we watch this, what do you want to see? Do you want to see? Do they have sex with dragons? Is that the whole gimmick? Are these is that how they made? Did they like? Is that how they like dominated the dragons?
By fucking them?
Yes.
It's hard for me to imagine a dragon like they are in that show letting itself be fucked.
What if they went inside the dragon sexually? Like, you know what I mean? Kind of like in the Boys, when the guy gets really small and he goes inside the guy's penis. But like, spoiler alert. But but like men are people are smaller than dragons, so in theory you could do not the penis, but like maybe inside the asshole.
Sure. Well, look, I'm sure that a dragon's asshole is big enough for a miniature human.
Look, they've already ruined the show. I think they should listen to me. I think what the show should be is that like instead of it being they fly on top of the dragons, they fly by getting inside the dragon's asshole, and they grab like I don't know whatever's inside. There's parts of the legs that connect from the inside, the joints. And then it's kind of like Power Rangers, where they go inside the mechs, right?
Yeah.
But they're inside the dragon's asshole. And they're like flopping around in there, and they're spitting and they're throwing up. I mean, honestly, it could be great because they'd be vomiting the whole time. It would smell terrible because they're just like, what does the dragon eat? Anything. The dragon will eat rocks. It'll eat wood. It'll eat, like a whole goat. It doesn't care. It's got to smell. It's got to reek inside there.
So how would this? I mean, why would they be going into the dragon this way?
To control it.
Oh, that's how you control the dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's like it's kind of like these secrets got lost to history, and that's why they no longer controlled the dragons in the beginning of Game of Thrones.
Right.
And then stupid Daenerys Targaryen's like flying on top of it like an idiot. But she would have won that. That's the thing. She keeps getting losing the battles, but because she's not doing it the right way. Because when you're inside a dragon's asshole, you're feeling the vibrations. You feel like you would have seen a spear attack you.
Right.
Can we get these people on the line?
You want to be this is how you would approach being a showrunner for the new Game of Thrones show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so a dragon, it would be like, you would say, give me a dragon name. Come up with one.
Jordan,
come to me. And then whatever the catchphrase is, abracadabra. And then the dragon would right over you, and then just kind of come down on top of you, and you go right into his asshole. Why is this not? Maybe can we get Lex Fridman on this too?
I thought you only wanted him talking about robots. I thought you wanted to hold his feet to the fire on that.
I feel like this is kind of like a robot. We're basically using the dragons as like a Gundam thing, like a mech, like an anime Gundam.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't know if that's the same as a robot, but yeah.
A Gundam is a robot.
I feel like it's
you don't think a mech's a robot?
Yeah, but a dragon is organic.
Right, but we're basically using it as a robot. I mean, look, it's just gonna be something we're gonna throw at him later in the show once we gave him some crudité and some nice, what's the other thing you'd like to talk about?
Charcuterie.
Yeah, charcuteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Sure.
And anyway, what else is going? What else do we talk about? You had something about Putin bragging about weapons.
Yeah, it looks like Putin's been obviously he's kind of like a cornered rat right now.
Is he?
He's there's a lot of pressure on him.
Is Zelensky not winning the war? Oh, you're saying he is. Zelensky's winning the war.
Well, I don't know if he's winning the war per se, but it's a lot of countries have been severing ties slowly with Russia.
Right. Not China though. China's kind of helping them.
Not China.
But they're also kind of not liked by a lot of people, famously.
But he's been bragging about the quality of Russian weapons.
Okay.
Saying they're years and even decades ahead of his rivals.
Really?
Do you think that's true? Do you think he's posturing?
Well, let's hear some of this for you. I don't want to speak without school here. Let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah, so he promoted cutting edge weapons for foreign allies. Like he's
talking about axes.
Yeah,
cutting edge weapons. We have really sharp axes. We can cut down trees. We can fell a tree pretty quickly in our army.
This is weird. It sounds like he's kind of being almost like a door-to-door salesman. Like he's saying this is like Putin promoted cutting-edge Russian weapons to foreign allies and said he was ready to sell small arms, artillery, armored vehicles, and drones.
Your generals have already done that.
Yeah.
On the black market. That's why you're losing the war. Because they're selling the oil from your these cruise missiles or whatever the fuck. They're just selling your ammunition. We're ready to sell. Yeah, we know you sell these things. God damn it. Why is he talking about selling? Who's he selling it to? Who's the market for buying these weapons?
Right.
Fauci?
I just imagine him on one of those late night
QVC
commercials.
Yeah.
Come on down to Vladimir Putin to Crazy Putin's weapons shop.
I should be defending my country. This is insane. Come buy this Stinger missile.
Yeah, let me see if I can find an actual quote from him.
I'm very drunk right now.
this is the quote from him. We are talking about high precision weapons and robotics, combat systems based on new physical principles.
For instance, catapults.
Catapults. Many of them are years, perhaps even decades ahead of their foreign counterparts.
You heard of trebuchet?
Yeah, trebuchet.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what that is.
Trebuchet is, I believe, the thing that... Look it up. I believe it's the thing that fire... Or that ballista. A trebuchet is like a catapult, basically, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the ballista is the thing that fires like an old school, like, spear-type missile. More of a spear than a missile. I used to watch a lot of these, like, YouTube channels where, like, guys describe, ancient weapons and whether or not, like, Braveheart is accurate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There were trebuchets in Braveheart.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Game of Thrones. It's all a blur. I mean, most of these things aren't accurate.
Scientific American has an article about building a mini trebuchet.
Really? Are we doing this?
Yeah.
What we need? Popsicle sticks or like actual like wood?
It looks like popsicle sticks, but we could use
Or we could probably like interpolate the. We shouldn't talk about this on the show. No, it's we'll make a popsicle stick trebuchet, sure. But yeah. So Putin, what do you think his angle is here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that maybe he does just want to sell weapons, but
Right.
But also, I guess
this is a bad look. If he was trying to like, if the Ukraine war was a giant commercial to sell Russian weapons, it's not going well. This is not a good infomercial.
Right.
He needs a big win. Now, he did take control of that nuclear power plant, right? But I mean, if your whole gimmick is like, come by my, weird like, what's his big? What do you think his big thing is? What's his big like number one like selling item on QVC late night? If you look at the Ukraine war, what did they do right?
I guess
Throw
just
like a bag of garbage you can throw at the enemy and distract them.
I guess just like can you market just like like war crimes? Like, can you just market the willingness to commit war crimes?
Look, that's what he should be selling. A book of like how to do evil.
Yeah.
How to do evil things. How to hurt civilians.
Yeah, like kind of you could format it like one of those like screenwriting books almost. Like,
sure.
Like Save the Cat.
Oh yeah, like and look, to be fair, I mean, are we sure Putin's wrong? Should we? I mean, no, he's not a good guy. What would be the first? Like, if you, I don't. He's probably got a 14-step plan. But if you're in a 3-step plan for Putin, based on what you've seen, what is step one?
I would say that
because you can't just go like drop it, like throw like a javelin at an old woman. That's just not going to work, right? They're not going to sell.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could. I don't know. I think that maybe he could do with like softening his image a little bit.
Oh, okay.
He could
do like an exercise video first.
Yeah, like he could, maybe do.
Maybe okay. So here's what he's doing. He does systema wrestling, right? That kind of weird wrestling they do, and like it seems very effective. Where they wrestle each other. There might be another term for it. Sabo or something. Doesn't matter. Fedor did it. Fedor Emelianenko. He does a video where he gets old like babushka woman and he fights them in the ring. He grapples with them, but it's all in the interest of exercise. But he's just like, he's doing ground and pounds. He's doing like, and he says these are like chemical weapons experts from Ukraine, but they're just old women. But whatever. But I'm saying, but at least he's having fun with them. They're not having fun, but he's having fun with them. He's making jokes. He's like, he's doing like a who's on first as he's like hitting different women. Something.
He should have an all-woman. Yeah, he should surround himself with like an all-woman like cabinet.
He should have Putin's divas. All right, these are not people he hits. He should. That's a good move. We've moved on from. I mean, I don't know. He's talking crazy. I think what we realize is there is no answer here to this whole like I'm going to sell weapons thing. Stop it. We need to be Putin's PR. You stop this whole I'm going to sell weapons move. Get this out of here. All right.
Sick of it.
What do we call them? Putin's pretties.
Yeah, Putin's purties.
Putin's putas. That's not Putin's a Spanish thing, right?
Yeah.
Putin's what's a P thing?
Putin's princesses.
Putin's princesses. And there's a bunch of hot ladies, hot Russian ladies who are dressing like business suits, like they're on The Apprentice or something, right? But like, you know, business with the skirts though, not the suits. I want the business suits with the skirts. And they just walk around with old school calculators and pencils in their ear, and they wear those nice black glasses that are sexy. And they're just these are my Putin princesses, and we're calculating the new war on Ukraine. And they go, Natalia. And they cuss Natalia, and she's got her chest hanging out, and she's in there, and someone's spraying her with water in her chest, and she's just jabbering about like I don't know, like artillery angles.
Yeah.
Who knows? Doesn't matter. But people are gonna like it. You know, I have an all woman cabinet. I mean, how would you respond to that if you saw a bunch of women?
Look, I mean, it's the kind of thing where it's not the most important thing to me, but I do think, you know, seeing women in government is nice.
Sure. And if it's all women, it does kind of tell you he's not like this can't be a country where they just kill all the women.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Which we don't know that. We don't know that.
Probably the opposite is true.
They're hurting the women.
Yeah.
Not in this country. We have them running the war.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe they wear bikini. Like maybe there's like their version of the Pentagon. They all wear bikinis in the mud bath, and they're like, you know, but they're strategizing,
right?
You know,
yeah.
Turn it into sex.
Yeah,
that's what we're telling
sexy.
Putin.
It's bikinis, but there's also blazers.
Ooh,
yeah.
Bikini blazer combination.
Yeah.
You're saying like so they're wearing so forget the mud for a second. I'm not that into mud wrestling. I like a nice bikini without the mud. All right, but you're saying they have a bikini but a blazer.
Maybe it's
top.
even maybe the bikini top is almost like a cute little half blazer. Like it's like so you could still.
I like this.
Yeah.
This is when we're winning the war.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is honestly fantastic. And so, but then they have bikini bottoms, like
yeah,
so sexy.
Yeah,
this is
full
so
on
hot.
thongs for the bottoms.
Oh, it's hot, yeah, but not those big, hip hugging thongs, like a nice thong. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, Russian women are beautiful women.
They're fantastically gorgeous.
Yeah,
yeah. So all right, so yeah, and then they're gonna now these women know anything about war? Not a lick, right?
Optional.
Some of them are like.
Some of them have seen war.
Some of them, yeah, their husbands and fathers have died in the war.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Aren't we always saying we want the people involved in these decisions who will face the consequences of it?
I agree. All right. So, and will what is the plan here? I want to be able to tell Putin, like, are they going to win the war for him, or is this just a distraction?
They pitch a reality show for American television.
I like it.
That is so undeniably successful that the U.S. has to back them.
The U.S. is giving it the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Like 20. I remember when the Kardashians first started. A lot more people were like, "Fuck these people. Fuck these. What is some girl on a sex tape? And we're gonna watch their show." And now they're the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah. Now people talk about them with reverence.
No, people call them geniuses. Now.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a little. I mean, look. Because whatever, sure, they're geniuses because they're the first ones to realize that we've collapsed into nothingness. Fair enough, but my point is, jump on the train. This is how Russia gets back in, and we prevent World War III while we're at it. This is the whole thing. This is the whole capitalism. You know, if we have markets, then people don't fight each other, right? That's the whole plan. But they're not getting it right. Because there's not any Russian business. Because what are we buying from Russia? Caviar? Not enough people like caviar. There's not enough of it to go around. And the vodka, we make our own vodka, I guess. I don't know. I think Russian vodka might be better. Who knows? This show will save lives. It will prevent wars. What are we going to call it? Putin's princesses?
Putin's princesses.
the pretty princesses of Putin's Russia.
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally. Because every reality show name needs an of.
Yeah.
Or it's classic for it to have this of this. The pretty princesses of
shouldn't it be
Russia.
a war thing?
No, I think the first season can be about them trying to end the war in Ukraine.
No, but shouldn't their name be a war? Like the no. Anyway, what's the plot of the first season?
I think the first season is Putin needs to find
Slumber party. They're trying to throw a nice surprise party for Putin. Right? That would humanize. I mean, the first episode, at least.
Yeah.
The first episode is that the princesses want to throw a surprise slumber party, birthday party for Putin, with all them and Putin, and so they're all scheming around and they're hopping around like bunnies trying to hide from Putin while they're getting cakes and they're getting what else do they get? Pin the tail on the donkey so they can play that with them.
Yeah,
things like that, fun stuff. And then
ends with a big pillow fight scene.
Yeah, in the middle of it, like there's a whole thing where he's burning someone with a vat of like anthrax, and like he almost discovers the party, and they're like, oh!
Yeah. He's burning someone with anthrax, and in the background, one of the princesses is like carrying a cake, trying to be trying to be discreet.
Right.
And he turns around for a second, and she has to hide behind a column.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you see her little ass hanging out, but he doesn't notice. It's just there, like. Boop. And she's wearing a little like bunny thing on the back of her ass just to allude to the whole Playboy thing, even though it doesn't make any canon. It's not canon in the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like it. Can we get Lex Fridman is Russian, right? Maybe he can also help us with this.
Yeah.
Look, I really feel like
he could be our fixer.
I really feel like this show would benefit from some kind of Lex Fridman alliance.
Yeah.
This is long overdue. We'll reach out. But we have a lot of good ideas here. So you're seeing, I think in this show, we've introduced a lot of new Kump content.
Yeah.
You're going to see the Kump Twitch. You're going to see the Kump moves.
Kump moves.
The robot watch. And now we're gonna somehow end the war with Kump's, Kump presents the pretty princesses of Putin's Russia. Coming soon. So, there's a lot going on. Well, you know what else is going on?
What?
The Kump Patreon.
Oh.
If you like this show, and a lot of you do, you're watching it, aren't you? You know what you can do? If you want more Kump, all you got to do, $5 a month gets you 4 episodes. Wait. An episode every week.
Another episode every week.
An extra episode every week. This is the worst pitch I've ever had in my life. Extra episodes every week for $5 a month. Great deal. All right?
I knew as soon as you were being coy about it that it was going to fall apart.
Yes.
And check out Tim's Netflix special.
Check out Tim's Netflix special, A Real Hero, on Netflix. Is available now. Go watch that. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great week.